Imagine a world of darkness, a society where injustice ruled, where turtles were buried alive, where the poor were crushed by the powerful, where idols stood in the Kaaba, but the one true God was forgotten. And in that darkness, Allah sent a light, a man who would change the course of history. That man is Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessings be upon him. Stay with me until the end because this story is not just history, it is a guide for our lives today. The Prophet, peace and blessings be upon him, was born in Makkah in the year of Elephant 570 CE. His father Abdullah passed away before he was born. His mother Amina died when he was just 6 years old. He grew up an orphan, yet Allah reminds him in the Quran, "Did he not find you an orphan and give you shelter?" Raised by his grandfather Abdul Muttalib, then his uncle Abu Talib. Young Muhammad, peace and blessings be upon him, learned early about hardship. But in Makkah, people saw something different in him. He was honest, kind, trustworthy. They gave him a title, As-Sadiq Al-Amin, the truthful, the trustworthy. Lesson for us: your status in society does not come from wealth or power. It comes from your character. As a young man, Muhammad, peace and blessings be upon him, worked as a shepherd, then as a trader. He never cheated, he never lied. At 25, he married Khadija, may Allah be pleased with her, a noble businesswoman who admired his honesty. Their marriage was built on love, respect and loyalty. Lesson for us: if you want a blessed family, build it on trust, not material gain. At age 40, while meditating in cave Hira, the angel Jibril, peace be upon him, came to him and commanded, "Read in the name of your Lord who create a man from a cloud. Read, and your Lord is the most generous, who taught by pen, taught man what he knew not." Terrified, the Prophet, peace and blessings be upon him, rushed home, trembling, cover me, cover me." Khadija, may Allah be pleased with her, comforted his words that still inspires us. By Allah, Allah will never disgrace you. You keep ties of kinship, you help the poor, you serve guests, and you stand for the truth. Lesson: when Allah chooses you for a mission, He prepares your heart even when you feel unworthy. For 13 years in Makkah, he called people to say La ilaha illallah. The Quraysh mocked him, tortured him, and hurt his followers. Bilal, may Allah be pleased with him, dragged across burning sand with rocks on his chest. Yet he cried, "Ahad, Ahad, one God, one God." The Muslims were boycotted, starved, and humiliated. The Prophet, peace and blessings be upon him, lost Khadija, may Allah be pleased with her, and his uncle Abu Talib, the year of sorrow. Yet he never gave up. Allah told him, "So be patient. Indeed, the promise of Allah is truth." Lesson: faith is tested most when you are closest to Allah. Trials are not punishment, they are preparation for greatness. When Makkah became unbearable, Allah opened a new path. The Prophet, peace and blessings be upon him, and his companions migrated to Medina. There, He built the first masjid. He created bonds of brotherhood between Mujarim and Ansar, migrants and helpers. Islam became not just a belief but a society based on justice and equality. The Prophet, peace and blessings be upon him, said, "None of you truly believes until he loves for his brother what he loves for himself." Lesson: the strength of a Muslim community lies in unity and selflessness, not wealth or status. The Muslims faced many enemies. At Badr, 313 Muslims faced 1000 Quraysh, and Allah gave them victory. At Uhud, when someone disobeyed the Prophet, peace and blessings be upon him, Muslims suffered loss. At Khandaq, when Medina was under siege, Muslims dug a trench together in unity. Lesson: victory is not about numbers but about obedience, patience and trust in Allah. Eight years later, the Prophet, peace and blessings be upon him, returned to Makkah with 10,000 companions. The Quraysh expected revenge, but he, peace and blessings be upon him, said, "Go, for you are free." For forgiveness when he had every power to punish. Lesson: real strength is not revenge, it is forgiveness when you are in power. On the plain of Arafah, the Prophet, peace and blessings be upon him, delivered his final sermon. All mankind is from Adam and Eve. An Arab has no superiority over non-Arab, nor a non-Arab over an Arab. A white has no superiority over a black, nor a black over a white, except in pity. Treat women kindly. I leave behind me the Quran and my Sunnah. If you follow them, you will never go astray. Lesson: equality, justice, respect and Quran plus Sunnah equal to success. Soon after, the Prophet, peace and blessings be upon him, became ill. In his final moments, he raised his eyes to the heaven and said, "O Allah, the highest companion, and with that, the greatest man to ever walk this earth, returned to his Lord." Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessings be upon him, is not just a figure of the past, he is a mercy to all the worlds. His story is for today, for me, for you, for every heart searching for guidance.